Today is a dark day for Europe and Europeans, especially the European member states of the EU. This week, we had the Eurocrats, a bunch of Muppets and the EU minions confirming the EU Migration Pact. Over the last 8-9 years, we've had negotiations after negotiations since 2015-16 onwards. We had this plan in place. They've been negotiating it since then, and now they decided to make it mandatory. European countries will be taking in more migrants, and if they refuse to, they're going to have to pay more money to the EU as punishment. The European Union have now officially adopted the Migration Pact. It does introduce a mandatory migrant relocation quota system, forcing all states to receive some of the migrants arriving by boat to the EU or be fined. Of course, that was always going to be happening. And by the way, the fine is per migrant. This is what they're actually doing. Not only they're insulting their own member states, their own countries who are part of the EU, they're also treating migrants as essentially just commodities and numbers. Saying, well, you miss out on 3 migrants, so you have to pay this much money. You miss out on 4, this much money. Only Poland, Hungary and Slovakia voted against it. And of course, we know what happened earlier today in Slovakia, not related to this issue, but of course a number of other problems going on in that country with the assassination. But we know the sentiment of people who live in these 3 countries. They don't want to be told what to do, but they will be forced to. Now, let's not forget who created this, who started the negotiations. This pact was created by, of course, the person in charge of the Home Office of Sweden. Now, of course, the European Home Affairs Commissioner, who's part of the top of the EU. Now, Johansson, who started her political career in the Swedish Communist Party in 1988, in case you don't remember, a few years ago, during these negotiations, she's behind it, right? During the negotiations, Migration Pact and all this, in the European Parliament, do you think she was really focused on these issues, on important daily policies for the European Parliament and for European people? This is what she was doing.
Climate change, we need it. But we also should not underestimate the real threats coming from AI, mostly Gen.
Oh no, they're talking about AI and she's just like, oh, I'm busy here, excuse me. I'm knitting. That's more important. I'm knitting. They know the whole of the European project, European Parliament, is a fake plastic parliament anyway. It's a vanity project. It's a gravy train. They know we know it's a gravy train. They're still decided to gaslight us. I mean, we in Britain, we're not part of the EU anymore, not officially. We are still tied to the European Union, but we're not in the European Parliament. We don't have to pay for that. But it continues to cause us problems. That is the reality. Anyway, we'll keep you guys posted on this. I just want to give you a heads up. The soft launch of Tousi TV Plus is going well. Make sure to sign up by going on tousi.tv to get access to all these lovely shows. And our presenters from Lacey Butcher and Maya Tousi to Stephen Barrett and, of course, Joseph Robertson. Let's watch the trailer quickly and then we'll come back. Just sit there for a reason.
The title Most Influential Celebrity of 2024 has been awarded to Taylor Swift.
What? Okay, next headline.
I love Taylor. Maya doesn't.
25 million people. Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Are we going? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, now, on my right, I have David Moore, who's a Conservative councillor. And on my left, we have the founder of Tousi TV himself, an editor-in-chief, I think that's how you want to be described, Maya Tousi, who believes that we are the media!
Welcome back to Context with me, Joseph Robertson.
I've got to stop saying that I'm legally sane because that just makes it sound like I've met the threshold for capacity. Like I don't need someone to look after.
Don't tread on me. There we go. Can't see it, but it's fine. Got it.